All right, guys. Well, today's pretty much been a shit show. Forgot my tripod. Actually, I have my tripod. It's there on the ground, and it fell because I was mad. But I missed the piece to connect this. Hold my phone and my mic to that, so I couldn't record anything. I'm by myself. So yeah. First thoughts on the Dagger lower, aim surplus, upper. I don't know what to call this. Franken Glock. I don't know. Budget Glock. At first, it sucked, okay? It had multiple malfunctions. I had this on there, the 509T ACSS. You can see the plate's off on one screw. Well, guess what? The plate ended up flying off and hitting me in the face. I'll put in some footage. But, yeah, that was the issue. This plate was loose because the screw depth was not good enough. There was Loctite on those guys. It's just the screw depth is not very good because any gun I've used this on, you have to put this plate on, then attach it to that, and the screw depth is just never enough. Like most of these slides are cut for RMRs or 509 or 507s that the screws go down through the optic into these holes, and so you can get better depth and they don't come off. I've never had any issues. I've had nothing but problems with this because of this stupid plate. So anyway, that came off, and as soon as that came off, the gun started running like a champ, like no problems, no malfunctions. So what had happened too is the optic had slid forward on that plate, so it was causing malfunctions. So anyway, so I've been running iron sights for the last probably 50 rounds with zero malfunctions. I pulled some pretty freaking quick bill drills. So this is a flat shooting gun. That ported barrel makes a big difference, and this is with a stock crappy trigger. This trigger is not the best. It's actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be, and it's hinged and everything. I do have a replacement trigger at home for it. I just wanted to run it stock. But overall, once I got the optic thing figured out, it ran like a champ, and it was running really well with that ported barrel. I thought it was the barrel, so I brought a stock Glock 19 barrel, and I was still having a few issues there in the optic. I know that sounds weird, but just the slide for the not being mounted or not having enough. I don't know how to explain what happened, but it caused issues. As soon as I took the opt off, the gun ran perfectly fine. It's super comfortable. I really like the Dagger grip a lot more than a Glock 19, especially a 3rd gen grip. Not a fan of 3rd gen grips. This is a 3rd gen, pretty much Glock, right? 3rd gen slide. The Dagger is based on the 3rd gen. So this is the aim surplus slide, and it's been great. No issues once I got the optic thing figured out. So first impressions, I shot 100 rounds today. It did not start well, but it wasn't the gun's fault. It had to do with the optics mounting and such. So I'm going to put a different optic on here. I'm going to run the 507. It's a proven optic, or maybe an RMR. Probably 507 to stick with the budget theme of this gun. I have one at home, so it wouldn't cost me a penny. And try it out with another optic, but because I do prefer the red dots, that's how I shoot these days. But overall, pretty happy with this gun, especially for the price tag of $360 that it cost me for the frame, the aim surplus optic ready slide with the ported barrel. You cannot get the Dagger with a ported barrel. You can get it with the optics cut and stuff, but does not come ported. Aim surplus sells this ported barrel with a slide for $260. That's a complete slide. All I had to do is slap it on this $100 lower from Palmetto, and I'm in business. So we'll continue to do this project. I'm not going to carry this gun until I know it's 100% reliable, which it started to be once I got the optic situation figured out. I'm going to mount a different optic and see how that goes. As long as I don't have any issues there, I will end up carrying this gun because I love the size of the Glock 19, and it's just, it's a classic gun, right? So anyway, guys, thanks for watching this quick video. Appreciate your time. See you next time. Meanwhile, I just pulled a 1.20 bill drill. What the hell? All right, that's 2 of them. Now, I do not have a holster, so that was pretty much at a high ready. But a 121 bill drill with the stock crappy trigger on the Dagger. Granted, I think this ported barrel is having a lot to do with that shooting pretty dang flat. Had to take off the optics plate, long story. Yeah, that's impressive. Out of the holster, I should be around 2 seconds if I get a good draw. So that's pretty crazy. Yeah, I thought the gun was shit and was having problems. Turned out it was the optics plate and the optic moving around and causing problems. So just running iron sights today. I will mount, because this is direct threaded, so I'll mount a Holosun 507C that I have on there and run that. I've given up on this for now. This thing just came and smacked me back in the forehead because the screws are just too short. I mean, look at that. That's barely any thread engagement. How is that going to hold on? So they haven't figured this out yet. The mounting plate is garbage, so hopefully someone comes out with a good mounting plate, because this optic is awesome. It's the ACSS enclosed. It's fantastic, but yeah, look at that. Look how it's sheared forward. Hopefully that doesn't cause future issues. But the Dagger itself is running like a champ. Once I took off that optic, it's been no malfunctions, no issues, and it's a flat shooting gun with that ported barrel. And that stock trigger is way better than people give it credit for. Yeah. Still gonna probably change it out. I don't like the hinge, but pretty crazy. See that right there? That just happened at the range. That's why you wear eye pro, which I had on. But that came right off the gun. Not the gun's fault. It's this shitty plate that came with a 509T ACSS. Didn't have enough screw depth, which I've yet to find a gun that did. I had these screws work. They were short though. Obviously too short, as the plate, see, and what's interesting is the optic had slid forward on the gun. You can see right here that, yeah, it has like started moving forward on the plate, and it was completely on there, guys. Like, and then I took it off to shoot the gun because the gun was malfunctioning a lot. The gun stopped malfunctioning, but I had this plate on there with screws thinking I'd be all right. Then this thing came flying back and hit me in the forehead. So awesome times at the range today. It's been a shit show. So I don't know where those screws even went. They're somewhere on the ground. Oh wait, I think I found one of them. Yep, here's one of them. You can see that's the depth they had to be to work on any slide I found, because the screws they gave are just too long. And these ones, they worked, but they were obviously not deep enough because the plate went flying. So yeah, I'm just going to give up on this optic for now until C&H comes out with a proper plate, because I've had zero luck mounting it on that Glock 19. That's not, I mean, that is a AIM surplus slide, a Zevo Z9, and a Walther PDP. Oh, and a Glock 19X. No good on any of them. Now the Glock 19X also has a Safari precision slide. So that's like 4 different slides though that it's not compatible with. So to me, it's like, what's the, you know, it's not really compatible with anything. All right, got the 507C installed with the included screws, which have plenty of depth. They're all Loctited, so hopefully that doesn't happen again. I don't think it will. And then I got the Overwatch Precision Polydat trigger installed. It's honestly like the pull's not really any better. It's just, it's a flatter, it's a flat face trigger. It's not the hinged. The overall trigger pull is about the same, but it looks cool with the flat trigger with the slide, I thought. So yeah, that's going to be the Dagger. We may throw a light on there, maybe a TLR7 or something, but for now, that's how it's going to roll.